Hello, my lovies. We're gonna wait for you guys to start coming on in. Let's go.
Hello. Good morning.
Hey, Queen.
Good morning.
Good morning. I was just making sure people come in here if I started because this is not going to be a long one.
Good morning. Oh,
Good
good.
morning. I was just making sure oh gosh, come in here if I started because this is not going to be a long one.
Oh,
Good
good.
morning. I was just
Oh, shit.
making
This damn TV.
You got it.
Yeah, no, that's something else. A whole nother.
Now I like this guy. Go try this guy out. Don't, his name is Themis and Thoth. That's the name of the thing. But he does reacting to people reactions. But I kind of like this guy and the girl that he's gonna be reacting. He's reacting off her video. I'm reacting on both their videos. So let's start this show.
Originally, I was going to do this video, and I'll play a little bit now. I decided not to, but this is the video we were going to watch, and someone else reviewed it, and she did what needed to be done. So here it is.
Are not getting married because women themselves don't believe in marriage. Women don't believe in marriage. They don't believe in playing the normal woman's role in a household. And I need you guys to really hear what I'm saying. Like, don't just dismiss what I'm saying. Think about it. Majority of young women are out here chasing after their own thing.
And this girl is good too. She used to be like on the natural, do like the natural hair and stuff like that. But I like her. She's young and try to support her too.
Not preparing themselves or gearing themselves for marriage. Like, there was a time period when women who weren't married used to feel a certain type of way. Like, they felt like they needed to be married by a certain age. They took pride in taking care of their household and taking care of their man and taking care of their family and raising kids. Like, this was the goal. This was the golden standard for women.
What?
Not that long ago, but nowadays it's very, very different, especially in the black community, you guys. These women, the golden standard now is a black woman being independent.
Bitch, shut up. It's 2021. Like, you a whole adult. Like, get some adult traits and take care of yourselves. Y'all be grown as hell, bitching, crying, and complaining about someone not taking care of you and someone not holding traditional values. Y'all need to grow up. First of all, go get a fucking retwist, bro. Let you do your hair. Let you do something else. Got a fucking cousin, miss.
She's
Who
Haitian.
the fuck is this? Sweetheart, I cannot. Hey, this is wild.
Drag him. So I don't know what's
Hey,
happening.
doctor.
But you know me.
Doctor.
All up in people's business.
The awesome.
I'm trying to
The
really
magnificent.
understand
Trejo.
what this new movement is all about to try to get back to the 1950s. I don't know why this is a thing. I really don't know why this is a thing. But it is. And because it is, now we have to
Ms.
talk
Rod,
about some
Nicole.
things happening online where people have concerns. And this man, I forgot his name. I won't say it, but he's a big YouTube following, but I won't use his name because I'm being accused of doing clickbaits, and I really don't do clickbaits. But anyway, I won't use his name. He's talking about why women are single and how women can stop being single. The level of misogyny and also misogynoir, because it's very specific, but we'll get into that, that comes across in this video is kind of ridiculous. So we're going to watch and learn together. This will not be a deep, detailed analysis because I did, in fact, watch a lot of it already. And no, I feel like this is comedy and I will treat it as such. So let's start.
So I'm going through a bit of a phase right now where I'm a little bit sad and lonely. So instead of looking for a relationship, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a puppy. I would just like to address something. So recently I posted something about how I can be really lonely being single sometimes. And so many people responded being like, well, just learn to love yourself and, work on yourself and then the right person will come along. And while I appreciate that and all, I do love myself and I have worked on myself for years. So I can truly love myself and love my own company and my alone time and everything else. But it doesn't mean that I can't also be lonely sometimes and want to share my life with someone. So the next time someone says something like that, just know that it might be slightly insulting when your only response is just work on yourself and someone will come along.
According to the U.S. Census, 53.2% of women ages 18 years of age and older are single, alone, and unmarried. That's a lot of women who think being strong and independent is the way to go. See, ladies, when you've been fed that narrative and lie.
Okay. So, sir, even if you're correct that 53% of women are single and unmarried, right? Like we
That was, you know, what's so funny? Like when they say something, something percent, I always be like, well, where the hell you get it from? So we can research this. They never tell they source. They just start, you know, this amount of percent out of this percent. They don't say check this, check that, check this, check that. Now, women, my single women, are you lonely? Is the question. Are you lonely? If you're a single person, a man or woman, is you lonely? Or you just living alone? Lonely or living alone? Well, fine. I guess y'all all happy because y'all doctors and stuff.
we can pull it up, right? So here we go, right? Let me zoom in. 53%. The percentage of unmarried US resident age 18 and older who are women in 2016, 46% were men, right? Okay, so unmarried women are, let's pull it up some more, make up 53.2% of the single population, right? All right. What you extrapolated from that, sir, was that the reason they are unmarried is because they, quote, want to go and do it by themselves. But if you use the US Census, which is great, but it does not tell us why people are single, right? Now, the question can be asked, and the Pew Research did in fact ask. And if you look, let me pull this back up. If you look, about half of daters were open to either a relationship or casual dating, right? If you look at this, women, 36% of people dating women wanted a committed relationship, where 22% of men did. So when you say that women are single because they don't want to be, and feminism is why they're single, that's not true. Like, we can discuss the meaning of these statistics. And I think that someone should, who really deeply care about kind of the relationship between men and women and all of that stuff, I think people should get into the meat of these research. But I find so often when people talk about the research, they do so only to kind of advance
Uh-huh.
their own narrative.
Exactly.
Like, there is no citation this man is going to produce or has produced that indicated that the reason people are single is because of feminism and because women don't want to, right? Now, are there some women who don't want to be in a relationship? Yes. Are there some men who don't want to be in a relationship? Also, yes. But to say the 53 exists, the 53% you pointed out exists because feminism literally makes no sense. So again, straw man, but whatever. Let's continue.
And you latch onto it and you run with it, what's going to happen is it's going to leave a void within you. A void where you think that a dog, a cat, a lizard, goldfish, a bird is going to feel. No amount of pets, no amount of times you go to that shelter and you volunteer and you do all these different things is going to feel that loss of masculinity, direction, security, protection, guidance. That's what you need. See, ladies, I
Yeah.
understand you. And you're lonely. Most of you are miserable. You put
Really?
yourself to sleep. It doesn't feel good being single. Because
Really?
as men, we have
What? How
Not
many
believe
women did
this,
you ask
'cause
this question? How you
that's
know?
too easy. That's too
How you
easy.
know?
a lot of things to work on. We have a purpose. We're not really supposed to seek out relationships like that. It's very feminine. So we
No.
have our business. We have different things going on. We go to the gym. We go out and hunt. We go out
What
and
business you
we
got?
build and create. Ladies, you're supposed to be building and creating for a man at home. But since you don't want to do that, now a lot of you are sad. You're lonely. Heck, most women, believe it or not, they think that I'm just
Wait. So
Uh-huh.
comment down in the comment section below,
Yes.
because maybe this is not my field, right? So you guys can help me help me. God help me, help you. Help me, help me. Because I'm just completely off. So, women's role is to be at home supporting the man. Okay, all right. I get. I don't know what to say. Traditionally, this is true, I guess. And women don't have purpose where men do. Women don't go to the gym where men do. Like seeking a relationship is a feminine trait. Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
I
Exactly.
can't.
It is funny.
Well,
That's what
apparently,
I
every
say.
one of the men I know seeking a relationship are just feminine men, right? Men don't seek relationship. The funny thing is, it's unfalsifiable again. If you find a man who is seeking a relationship and you put it in front of him, he probably will say that's a feminine man or that's a feminine trait.
Well,
This is a problem with these kind of amorphous things when it comes to femininity and
so how
masculinity.
these men
I
getting these
like
women?
people who define it concretely so that we can make it falsifiable and we can test theories. But when it's kind of thrown out there like this, it's not. But
Hey, Lorraine.
let's continue to watch what this man is talking about.
Nothing.
I hope we're learning together.
Absolutely nothing.
Just gotta work on myself. Because notice she said that in the video. She says, I've been doing things to build myself up and make myself happy, basically. And I've been really working on myself. But I want some companionship. Where's the thing? No man has got to come out of thin air and say, oh, you've been working on yourself. Oh, great. Okay. I want to be your boyfriend. I want to be your husband. It doesn't work like that. And that's a big reason why you ladies are single. Because you don't want to put yourself out there. You don't want to do any work. You just expect Prince Charming to just, oh, there he is. And you expect him to win you over. You expect him to do all these different things for you. And on top of that, ladies, your standards are ridiculously crazy. I know women, I've seen them 250 pounds.
For thousands of years, the Red Yao tribe has lived in a secluded village.
What does weight have to
Not
do
willing
with
to
a
date a guy who's
man
250
wanting a
pounds. They want
woman?
a guy.
I was waiting to hear that. Actually, there's nothing in this. There's nothing that they're saying. And leave my BBWs alone.
There he is. And you expect him to win you over. You expect him to do all these different things for you. And on top of that, ladies, your standards are ridiculously crazy. I know women, I've seen them 250 pounds. Not wanting to date a guy who's 250 pounds. They want a guy who's in shape, who goes to the gym,
Yeah.
who has a great physique. It's
Yeah.
insane. A lot of women, they want to.
Yeah.
So,
That's right. Both of us don't need to be smacking bacon.
Some men just like big women. What? So what?
No, he's saying
I
about
know what he's
us.
saying.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, so what? We ain't no need for both of us to be smacking bacon. Let me keep my bacon here, and you be the toppings of it. You know what I'm saying? Both of us smacking bacon, but some big people just like each other. Period. But I was just answering this guy who said that some women 250 pounds don't want a man. And and
You see women 200 and 400 pounds, and they men weigh 125 pounds all the time. I mean, and he be happy, just as happy,
mm-hmm,
whether she work out or not.
mm-hmm.
I don't know where this guy is looking for women at.
No, remember that's part. They don't have the time to remember he said the job come first, the business and stuff come first. Yeah, if I don't get a laugh out these videos, these videos is just as funny because the program that they're pushing is like, I'm like, how did nobody didn't catch on? This is a program. In reality, there's no way I could you talking about me and all my family issues and telling me what I need to do, talking about the word tradition. Then you ask them, was you in a one family household, two family household? They'll say one. Okay, you no longer qualify to tell me about a traditional family. You and I never seen it.
Hmm.
Do these women have to sit up there and, well, that's what a lot of these bills for. We have to bust these people because they think that they're powerful. I'm glad we have men like him that speak up for, who not speak up for women. But I like the way he do it because he just keep it as in regular. He's a person that's in reality, and he put these guys out there who are not in reality. Shoot, why you worry about two big people anyway? Talk about what they demand and they won't date, and I won't, and I will not. He will not be bigger than me. All you hear is a bunch of bacon slapping.
I don't disagree on this very small point. I think that a lot of people, dating by its very nature is discriminatory, right? Like, not in a bad way, but like you are choosing who to partner with. And I think that a lot of people um, remove from their dating pool people who would be characterized as kind of their equal in terms of being quote unquote equally yoked, if we want to take this biblically. It's unfortunate when I see it happens, but I do agree that it does happen where people are saying, I am this way, but I want someone that way.
Makes six figures. Okay, so why should he commit to little old you when he can be free, when he can sleep with any woman he wants, when he can do whatever he wants?
See, y'all keep saying six figures like this, what he call modern woman. They going for men with the seven figures, okay? You want a oh shit, boss lady Trail say he want a thick woman.
That's right.
I'm slim and I love a thick a woman. She's gotta have meat on them bones. That's right. You don't want to get cold. Well, you don't get half cold. There's always saying you don't be cold in the winter and you want some shade in the summer, baby. Hey, Sonny, boxing peace. I have a question. Are y'all single? That's what I just asked, Sonny. Ain't nobody answer me, so I don't know if they're gonna answer you. But I asked the question first, and nobody answered. So that's it. They don't have to answer. Yeah, but like I was saying, you gotta know when to like pull the plug on. I keep telling you guys over and over on the extremists, either it's men or women. If it's too extreme, it's part of the game. Stop playing all these games. What do you mean on a panel? You didn't say the panel. You said y'all in here. Me and my co-host don't talk our personal business, so we don't say what we got because we speak in general. So we speak in general.
We talking about the video and their views, sir. We can give our opinion, but not taking it personal.
No, he asked was we single, and
Oh,
I said me and my co-host don't tell our personal business. We speak
what
in
what
general.
what would they have to do with it, Sonny?
Oh God, Trejo said this ain't a love connection.
What would that have to do with it, Sonny? If we were single or not?
um, um, let me finish.
Most women, believe it or not, are just getting pumped and dumped. A guy hits you up, you can come over at night, you can watch a couple movies, have some wine, and
What makes you think you pumping and dumping? Dumping? Maybe she coming and you got to go. She coming and you leaving. Peace, lady. Sorry, I didn't type any names. I'm driving. Okay. Okay. Now, men say pump and dump. What if she's coming after she finished coming? What if you're leaving? What if you're just a piece of meat? Ellen
He
got
gonna
it.
break. He gonna be heartbroken the way he whining already.
No, but a lot of men say anybody that had to get pumped and dumped. No, maybe after she came, you had to leave. It could go both ways. Pumped and dumped. No, I'm coming in as you leaving. Hope you got yours. I'm not saying, I'm just speaking in general. It go two ways. There's no reason why You call a girl, when you call a female, she know what she gonna do. She got picked up the phone and she call you. You know what she want. Why are you flying over there? Cause both of y'all want the same thing, right? So just like you pumped and dumped, she came and you left. It's an even exchange. Even exchange. Unless, y'all feel like y'all did yourselves a favor. No, you did her a favor and she did you a favor. Y'all both did each other a favor. Both of y'all choose not to be kept. Because if you was kept, you would not be going to her house. And if she was a kept woman, she would not be calling you. Why would y'all be speaking? If y'all speaking because neither one of y'all have entanglements. So what's the problem? What's the problem? Maybe she want to get wifey. You don't know. If you calling her and she answering and she calling you, one of y'all itching and one of y'all want to scratch. It's just that simple.
That's it. And this is why most women are lonely and single, because you don't possess the qualities. You haven't really worked on yourself and done the things that you need to do to keep a man.
All right. So earlier you said women shouldn't work on themselves. Now you're saying women aren't working on themselves, and that's the problem. But your working on themselves is about women doing that which they need to in order to keep a man. So at some point later, you're going to explain what it is that women need to do to keep a man. So let's put this all together, because so far there's an inconsistency, but I'm pretty sure you're going to clarify that.
And men, you have to also explain. Say you want me to cook. Okay, she cooked you a meal. You didn't never say every night. You never said every damn night, 3 meals a day. All you said was you cook. Yeah, I never said how often, and you never asked how often. So, aha. Now don't forget, guys. If you haven't hit that like. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I think they speeded it up. Thank you, darling.
You've just been told, oh, I can just give him sex and that's it. And a lot of you ladies come with a bad attitude. You don't come willing to serve and please and be submissive. See, the 3 S's you ladies need to keep a man. Are you ready? The 3 S's:
Yes.
sex,
Yes.
silence,
Yeah.
and sandwiches. That's all you
Ah!
need. If you want to keep a man,
Boss lady,
Mm-hmm.
did you hear what he said?
Yeah.
We gotta be the 3 S's: sex, silence, and
Sandwiches.
sandwiches. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be damn. I think he speeded him up, Nicole. He speeded him up. Oh God, I heard it all. Then you know what? I take it. You gonna pay all the bills and do everything. I take it. And you don't want no dinner. You want a sandwich? I got you. I got you. You right up my alley. He said sandwiches, boss lady. I like him. Tell him I'll give him all the sandwiches he needs. I ain't gotta cook nothing. A sandwich? Well, all right. And don't be asking for nothing else after we speak, okay? Because you said sandwiches. All right. Don't be acting like where's the dinner? God damn it. You didn't say all that shit. You said we only could do 3 things. I could be quiet. I could be all 3 S's. You right up my. I'm joking, but I'm serious. Sandwiches? Oh God. This shit is too funny.
man, ladies, sex, silence or peace, being submissive, and sandwiches. Learn how to cook. See, ladies, ask yourself this: do I know how to cook? Am I willing to learn? Am
That's
I
not
willing
what
to
you
serve
said.
and please a man?
That's not what you said. You said sandwiches, God damn it. You was trying to be cute and you outsticked yourself with that. Look like you got a big old booger on your eye, a brown booger, and then trying to talk all and all you ladies trying to talk all like he important and shit. Oh gosh.
In the kitchen. And most women
So the manosphere has created a kind of echo chamber that I find highly annoying. It is this echo chamber where they're all kind of repeating the same things over and over and over about
Hey,
submission.
DOD.
It's almost shaming in a way, but it's done in where they don't have to take responsibility for their own inadequacy, right? Learn to cook, sir. Like, no one is there to be your servant. Like, it almost sounds like these people want slaves. Like, okay, maybe that's too far, but that's what it's starting to sound like to me. Like, you guys want slaves. In any case, let's continue.
They say, well, I don't have to listen to no man. I got a job. I got a degree. I can do these different things, but you still want a relationship. You want to neglect a man's needs, but you want your needs met. You're living a 2022, 2023 lifestyle, but you want a man to give you a traditional sort of lifestyle. You want him to court you, you want him to do all these different things. So ladies, you want your cake and you want to eat it too. But it doesn't work like that. And you're starting to see more and more women single.
We talked about this on the channel before, where you just find the person who could do that which you want them to do. Because, like, let's be real. The median income is between $40,000 to $50,000, right? So that's the first thing. And depending on where you live, it changes, go up some and down some. But the reality is, with inflation in contemporary society, a one-income household is not good enough to provide for children and for each other, right? Like, a one-income household does not work well. So when we talk about women being in the labor force with men, right, and then partnering those men who are also working, it is kind of frustrating. And I do see my friends do this, by the way, where female friends will feel very guilty about slacking off in terms of doing the housework and the cooking and all of that, while also working, right? And thankfully, they're partnering with really amazing men also who are saying, no, we can do this together. But I don't think, and I do think this is unfortunate, but I don't think that the modern woman who work thinks that they shouldn't also do what a housewife would have done or attempt to do it. What I find is that women who work also try to be a housewife, and I think that is kind of unfair, right? But the truth
He
is,
prefer a
the
bologna sandwich
one-income household does not
to a steak
work
sandwich.
anymore, particularly because of inflation. And so what we have is men, unfortunately, aren't able to be the sole provider,
Duh.
but also want the woman to continue the traditional role. And I
Duh.
think that's generally what is happening, not what he's talking about. It's not the case that women are saying, oh, I don't want to cook, clean, or whatever. I also don't want to work, but I want you to work and bring home money to me, and I don't do anything at all. I just exist. This is not true. I need to see the receipts for this claim because it is not true. Anyway, let's continue because we can have an entire segment on just that portion.
Passing year, that percentage will go up 60, 70, 80 until there's going to be tons of single women with pets, with houses, with dogs and different pets and lizards.
That's right.
Single. That's because you're not willing to do the work to keep a man.
Really?
You're not willing to put in that effort. You're not willing
so
to
many 3 S's, damn.
To keep a man, to secure a man, to make a man happy. Believe it or not, guys, I've seen women who say, well, I don't know how to cook. And they laugh like it's a joke. And it's like, you don't know how to cook?
No.
And they just refuse to cook for a man because they think it's beneath them. Ladies, have you asked yourself, what can I bring to a man's life to make him want to be with me, to make him want to keep?
If someone doesn't want to cook, then, and you are with that person, maybe you should cook. Or find someone who can cook. I'm sure there's a lot of men who...
Or pay for the cooking lessons. But number one, the 6-figure men, how are you being taxed? I know that they're hitting you like crazy with tax. So you don't, so your 6 figures now go back to 5, to like middle 6 figures. No, it goes down. So depending on where you at, because six figures can mean I'm very close to $1 million. I'm one penny short. That's what six figures mean. It could be 100,000 to 900,000. That's six figures. What are you doing to save on your taxes? So, which means the woman is doing something because you got to put some claims on your taxes so they don't just take all your money. The discussion doesn't affect either one of these two. I know, but make a Jew with a Jew. But then you get the woman some cooking classes, number one. And then number two, a woman in the house with a man that doesn't have nothing to do. Like, how much mess is really in the house? It's just laundry, a little sweep and mop. You cook, you wash the dishes, you go to bed. You know, but this is a money gig to get, you know, either get somebody into your classes. I don't know why women go to these main classes. I don't understand. See, that's the problem. A long time ago, if you go into advertisement, the number one thing that sells is desperation. Desperation is the number one thing that sells. Because when they find out what are people in desperate need of, they start making these fake ass products that suit your desperation. Like if you are big, they know it's a desperation. I need to lose weight. They come up with all these fake diet pills that have put billions. I mean, in the billions, if you add up all these placebo and these fake diet pills, you add all of that up, it's in the billions, and people still big. They put desperation in you seeking something, or the better you, the better you.
There's only one me.
Hmm.
There's only one me.
Yeah. Damn right. Damn right. Yeah. So they put all these things. So if you desperate for something, that's what they selling you. Desperation. You in desperate need of a man. So this is what's this is what's up right now. Is in desperate need for the disconnect between the black woman and black man. It's a desperation for that. So they need people. They need people to buy into this, and they get to make some money while they're doing it. I need for you to keep the black woman and black man separated. Most women on the eastern tip ain't going to pay you no mind. Then you got these women who say, "Hey, I want in the gig. I'll teach them how to be all nice and preppy and dolled up." You don't see real women. You don't see regular men. Because there is no desperation for that. There is no need for regular women and regular men. Now, they may call them beta or omega, but I'm like, they live in a life though. They live in a life, and them two found each other and they doing good. They doing good. I mean, people say that all these men until somebody saved your life. And the same woman you told to stay home got a job, and their job might can save your life. They may be a doctor or a lawyer, a neurosurgeon, might just be a dentist. Who the hell knows? And you're gonna be like, damn, I'm glad you did go to school. The camel.
Would prefer to do the cooking. As much as I work, I like cooking. Again, it is literally just go where you appreciate it. Like that's it. Like there doesn't have to be a lecture on this. Like she can cook. You want someone. You want a mother. Go find you one.
Simple.
Keep me. Because if you haven't asked yourself that, or if you haven't asked another man that, what's going to happen is you're going to be lonely for your entire life. You're just going to be passed around. You're going to be on a carousel, getting ran through, and the guy's going to be like, oh, I ain't trying to deal with you. Trust me, men know who they should commit to.
Somebody,
We pretty much know.
vagina always going to get pumped on.
to really want to be with the woman. We know if that woman possesses the qualities that we want.
We
A
don't
woman
want
who's
you
going to
by
be an
then.
asset, not a
Shit.
liability. And believe it or not, most women don't ask themselves, what can I do to make a man happy? But ladies, you want a man to make you happy. You want a man to do all these different things, take you shopping, make you laugh, take you on adventures, basically pay your rent, pay the mortgage, take you on vacations, take you do all these different things. Just think of this, ladies.
I'm
You want a
thinking.
man to do all these different things, but when it comes to you doing something for him, what do you bring to the table?
Oh my God. Well, y'all just got
That's a
the
hard
same
question for you,
book.
ladies, because most of you are going to say, I don't know. I am the table. No, you're going to need a lot more because your degree means nothing to a man. Your
Yes,
job
it
means
does.
nothing to a man.
Yes, it
for
does.
you. So what are you willing to do?
You want some of
Are you
that
tired of being
money?
single? Because it's a lot of women like.
I hate this talking point so much.
Yes.
I absolutely hate this talking point. If you're saying a man does not care about a woman's income and her degree, I don't agree with that. Now, I do understand that the consensus in our society has been that women should look good and men should be the provider, right? In a traditional relationship, if that is what you want, that makes sense, right? A woman who is going to be at home taking care of the children might not need an education in the way that a career woman would, right? That
Hey,
you
Miss
don't
Molly.
care about the degree, however, is still a problem. Even if the person is going to be a stay-at-home mother, which we talked about on a live when we talk about people, I forgot the group in India, right? But where women went to school to become doctors, to be stay-at-home moms, to teach children. So if you don't care about the woman's degree, you're not actually thinking about long-term and building, right? If you don't care about the woman's income, you're also not thinking about long-term and building. Now, there are people who can survive and also thrive on a single sort of income family, right? Where the man makes enough money to provide and then secure a future for the children or child, right? That exists. But again, generally that's not the truth. The median income is $40,000 to $50,000. It's very hard, depending on where you're living, to survive on that unless you have someone else's income being added to it. That you don't care about a woman's income might be kind of, hear me out, it might be the kinds of thinking that stagnates a society, right? Now, I'm not saying, look, again, I'm all for hypergamy. And I think if you can reinterpret what he's saying, this might be an argument for hypergamy.
Exactly,
Women
Miss
don't
Molly.
work and go date someone who is rich and can take care of you. I'm all for that. Go do it. I think that is great. But if we're talking about building a community and being good about and thoughtful about how we approach life and how we approach child rearing and things of the sort, and resources and access to those kinds of resources, two-parent household with two income would be very good.
My mother's Bahamian beach secret saved my edges. Meet Nicole.
Looking for a lifeline in these tough.
Good. Now, obviously, we need to figure out times to spend with the children and child rearing and all of that stuff and the household chores and duties. That needs to be figured out. But to say the woman's income and her degree doesn't matter, I take so much issue with that statement because it's so reductive.
Exactly.
And the people who say it initially and the people who repeat it and comment aren't people who can provide in a way that will be meaningful to their significant other and the child. And then we think about the community generally. That's probably why people are undereducated, listening to this foolishness.
Exactly.
But anyway, let's continue.
Exactly.
That female in that clip who are just fed up. They're on TikTok, they're on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all these different social media platforms. They're crying out because they are tired of being a third wheel when their friends go out. They're tired of seeing couples holding hands and doing different things, and they're sitting there wondering when a guy is going to come sweep them off their feet. So, ladies, you're going to have to go out there and get the guy. You're going to have to put yourself out there. Unless you want to be single and be totally fine with
now
dog,
you want us to go pick a broke man. What if he ain't got the money?
You're still unfulfilled because that masculinity, that void, listen, that's a light to you.
But what if we pick, he don't say
Ladies,
6 digits?
And you need something to grab onto. You need a man with a purpose.
No,
a man who's a builder, a man who has a vision. a man who you can ride his coattails and get behind and follow. So what it
Yeah.
would be, what are you willing to do, ladies? Or are you just going to sit around and say, well, I'm going to get another cat? You don't, listen, don't do that to yourself. And if you do, you're still going to be sad and lonely. So are you willing to give a man sex, silence, and sandwiches? It's up to you. Those are the 3 answers. See, that's easy, ladies. But if you are unwilling to do that for a man and you just think, well, he should just love me for me. No, it doesn't work like that. See, commitment means sacrifice. And you let
I don't know where these people get their PhDs in relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know. I mean, apparently they've been studying this for forever, so I'm not going to say he's wrong because I don't know this man. I don't know where he studied this stuff. I don't know. What I do know is this is some foolishness. What I do know is sociological research and building and community building, and that's just not it. What he's asking for is a servant. That is what he's asking for. And to the extent that you want to be that kind of person, that is okay. Like, you can be in those kinds of relationships. I've seen those kinds of relationships. But what we should normalize is putting the bad parts of relationship out there, because I think so often we see relationship goals and that makes people sad, right? One of the really bad things about social media is that we get snapshots of people's lives, right? And we think we understand who they are and what they're going through, and we project onto them this amazing lifestyle. And then we either feel bad that we don't have it, right? And then we become insecure. And that's where this so-called space, right? This deep need for fulfillment comes into play, because we think everyone else has it and we don't. What the truth is, let's be clear, the truth is people are putting the best parts of their lives out there for you to consume. You're not seeing the worst part. You're not seeing the average day in this people's life. So it is strange that we do look and we see couples and we say couple goals, and then a week later they're broken up, right? Because again, we are not in their lives. That person, a woman in his estimation, right, is only going to be fulfilled when she has the quote unquote masculine presence of a man. Literally makes no sense. If you aren't happy with who you are, no other person is going to make you happy. Just stated earlier, right? If they're the ones with the resources, if we are thinking about helping and building a community, shouldn't they be the ones you talk to about investing in the? No, I don't. No. Actual camera that I got. So let's try this audio thing. Psyche, unknowingly, or even to some of us knowingly, and what that has done to us, right? In terms of colorism, featureism, and all of that stuff, right? I don't think there's going to be any depth in the response, and I know there's not going to be any depth because we have some of the responses, right?
And demonize your men. Allow billions of dollars every year to exit our community on fake aesthetics of beauty. Praise Dan, kick this out of the house. Join
women did to make every damn near
responses, right? So this is one of the first videos that I've ever saw with a woman asking a question, and I kind of moved on from it, but it's coming up a lot. So here, let's go.
Can somebody explain to me exactly what black women did to make damn near every race, even a lot of our own black men, hate us?
Sure can. Took advantage of government assistance. Kick this out of the house. Join the feminist train and demonize your men. Allow billions of dollars every year to exit our community on fake aesthetics of beauty. Praise Dan joined homosexual men while demonizing heterosexual men that assert themselves. Took our children away from us and used them as bargaining chips to further financially disenfranchise us. Use sex as a weapon in our intimate relationships to get what you want. became the only women in the world to tell the world that they don't need their men, perpetuated the trope that black women are the backbone of black communities, which directly implies that black men have no spine and are useless, continually pushing the narrative that black women are the winners of the oppression while not having any metric of which they are treated worse than black men, allowed their weight to slip such that sexual attraction is diminished. Hot girl summer. Engaged heavily in prostitution, legal sex work, OnlyFans, etc., and demanded that your men protect and respect you. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I can make a part two.
So, a lot of people have asked me to respond to that. No, thank you. I will not be responding to that. Outside of just ignorance and lies, I decided that I would focus more on something very specific, right? The glee with which he came forward to answer the question and say, "Oh, I can make a part two," implies that he is accepting the premise of the female's question, which is, why do black men hate black women? I.e., black men hate black women, right? Instead of, I don't know, pushing back on the premise on which the question is based and then complaining if you want, he accepts the premise and then explains why the premise is what it is. So I'm not going to go back and forth with that man. And the reason I'm not going to go back and forth with him is because, well, did women take your children from you to abandon your children, right? Did women kick you out of the house, or were you quote unquote bumming it, right? With these women, right? Are these women becoming quote unquote feminists, or is there a requirement for 50-50? Right? Like, I feel like there's just this kind of delusion happening, and I don't feel like engaging any further than I have on that specific thing. Right? Now, a subscriber sent us this video. She posted it on her channel. I'm actually watching it from her channel, Erica, and we're going to watch this video. This is all going to make sense in a moment, but I need to get through the sort of dialogue that is happening, and then we can attempt to break through it, right? So here's what Erica said.
Why are so many black men dating Latinas and dating white women more than ever? And here's my quick response. No stress, no drama, more support. And it's that simple. When we walk out the house every day as black men, it's a high probability that we might not make it home. So the last thing we want to do is come back home to an argument, to a bunch of stress, and a bunch of unnecessary drama. And it's that simple. Is this an attack on black women? No. I love my black queens. I love my black.
First of all, you know, pollinators need to stop attempting to judge black women based on European femininity standards, since we all know that we birthed all this shit. I mean, what if we started holding you to European masculinity standards? I mean, what if we started expecting you to make things like laws, or own things
Thank you.
like land,
Thank you.
or govern things like countries?
Mhm.
Or what about free things like yourself or us? If you're gonna tell the story, tell the whole story. Tell the people how, when you date and marry out, that you, one, turn them into single mothers at a higher rate than even black women. And when you do finally decide to marry them, that you have a 200% higher divorce rate than any coupling. In fact, black men have the highest divorce rate of anyone. So I suppose that since most of those divorces are initiated by the women, that at some point they realize that the grass isn't greener on the darker side of the fence. Let me give you some high probabilities for black women when they walk through your doors. 60% of all black women and girls are raped or molested before the age of 18 by black men. Black women are killed by domestic partners 3 times that of any other race of women by black men. And 60% of all new HIV cases in black women are from their husbands and boyfriends, not from casual sex. And since we know that black women date out at only a rate of about 4%, almost all of those cases are from y'all. If this is your idea of love for black queens, let me speak for the collective and say it's a hard pass. But you, sir, don't have any queens because you are not a king. You are a colonized pawn in the game of patriarchy, doing the clear man's bidding by spreading stereotypical tropes about black women based on their standards. Bless your heart.
That the lady handled that, so we don't have to. It's quite unfortunate that for a lot of people to get this, they have to get dragged all over the internet first before they realize that, well, maybe the problem isn't with everyone else. Maybe it's with me, right? And it's one of the very strange things, right? This group of
At Emblem Health, when we say we mean health, we mean we're here to cover the moments that change your life. The appointments that let you know her first steps are right on time. And all the things that get and keep you healthy, like yoga and nutrition classes. Because at Emblem Health, it's not only your coverage that means everything to us, it's your health. We mean health.
You can just touch it?
Yeah, you can just touch it.
That feels pretty good.
That's so weird.
Introducing the Performance Package 4.0 by Manscaped.
I got you something.
Perfect. Oh, okay. I'm excited.
Your balls will take it.
I love that this must be the main event.
One more 4.0.
people, black men in this case, and very specific groups, right, within the black community. They will talk about how horrible black women are, but won't take into consideration the fact that every other woman seem to have the same complaint about them. And not that every other woman is right, but if you're going to extrapolate from your experiences and the experiences of black men generally, then it doesn't make sense for your understanding of the world to be so biased that you cannot see that it's not just black women who have the complaints. It's not just black women who are being turned into the single mothers with absentee fathers. Like, every race of women that you engage with becomes that, right? So maybe it's not everyone else, and maybe it is you, right? Like, maybe it's the system, right? but it's not everyone else. It might be you, or it might be the system, but it's not everyone else. The same outcome happening to everyone seem to suggest that the constant is all right. So I am now taking it a step further, right? And the reason I'm taking it a step further is because a part of what is happening is in answering the question about why black men don't like black women in the affirmative from black men on the internet is this pointing to other races of women, races of women, and explaining how better it is over there with other groups of women. All right. Jeannie Mae comes to mind. Jeannie Mae, I don't know. She comes to mind. And black men have online. And when I say black men, I think I need to be very specific here, because a black man that I know would never do some foolishness like this. But the black men online, those are who I'm talking about, right? The black men online are praising young Jeezy, I don't know, the rapper, for quote unquote bagging Jeannie Mae, right? Now, as a black man, I was very much ashamed when I saw this relationship. And no, it is not because I think Jeannie Mae is a bad person or whatever. No, it is because of what she said. I find it very difficult to believe that a self-respecting black man would date Jeannie Mae. Now, I will play that video from the reel in a moment because it makes no sense, right? But before I do that, let's go to O'Shea Duke Jackson because he's one of the content creators who seem to believe that young Jeezy being with Jeannie Mae is some kind of a win for Black men. Um, don't ask me why. Don't ask me how. But we're still going to talk about it because it literally makes no sense. So this is what O'Shea Duke Jackson had to say. It's all building, hopefully, at this point.
Jeezy and Jeannie Mai, I have been covering them the last year since they've been engaged and now had a wedding. And Jeannie Mai, who is in her early 40s now, her and young Jeezy are expecting a child together, their first child together. And I've been trying to tell people in the Black community, expect to see more of this. More of what? What you're going to see is a lot of Black men that have the ability to date other groups of women from the African American community. They're going to start to weigh their options more often than not.
So O'Shea Duke Jackson just said that
it didn't come your
Black
way yet.
men who have the ability to are going to start dating out. We're going to get to ability in a moment. But no, they've already started. Like intraracial dating and marriage is usually the norm, right? Except for Black men. So let's not pretend that Black men aren't dating out. Majority are dating intraracially, marrying intraracially. But when compared to other groups of men, Black men are just not marrying intraracially, right? And dating intraracially. Now, they are in large part, but when compared to other groups of men, I hope the relativity makes sense to you guys. I don't feel like explaining it. Getting over a sickness, not in the mood, right? All right, let's take that and let's move on. Ability to, that is important because the ability usually means that they financially are able to do so, that they have something that can be invested in another community. This is important to know because hopefully, and hopefully he understands this in more than just the kind of surface level articulation which he does when he says all women date men for money. This is not true. Not for Black women. It is not true. So let's continue because it's quite fascinating.
And if those options are better, they will execute them. This is coming from a guy who's a pro-Black. Okay? I prefer to deal with people in the African American community. I believe that our women are the best looking, in my opinion. I get along with our women fairly well. Now, whether our women are ready to be in committed marriages and put in the work, that's left to be seen. I think the numbers are showing that as a group of people, neither one of us are really ready for that in totality.
Nope, that is not what the numbers are showing. In fact, when you're comparing Black men to Black women, when they're dating interracially, Black women, white men partnerships are the least likely to be divorced. The most likely, and the lady in the beginning actually talked about this, so I'm not going to throw any stats up here. Please read the book, It's Marriage for White People. Please read that book. Anywho, when we think about Black men engaging with other groups of women, they usually turn those women into single mothers, right? And so this is statistically, like let's get out of our feelings for a moment. And let's talk, because he's saying Black women aren't willing to do the work, but it seems with other races of men, it works out. So when we look at Black men who date out, it doesn't tend to work out. The divorce rate and the single motherhood rate is rising when Black men are in the picture, right? Divorces for Black men are highest among any group of people ever. So, like, it literally does not make sense that you are saying black women aren't willing to do the work. No. Statistically, you're going to have to claim that black men aren't doing the work. Or at least no one cares about the work they're doing, and so it still ends in divorce, regardless of what race they decide to engage with. So, again, literally makes no sense. All right, let's continue. This is just a lot. This is a lot.
But everybody is not me. Okay? I want black women to understand that you have a lot of black men who are like me, that they don't want nothing but a black woman. But then you have a lot of guys in the middle who are open to anything. And these guys who are open to anything are going to be the kind of guys that, in my opinion, have a lot more opportunity than not. These are going to be your guys who are very white-collar workers, the skilled labor force, your attorneys, your doctors, your engineers, okay? Your technical guys, your computer engineers, your information systems guys, your guys who are even in good blue-collar work. Don't let those guys make a lot of money. The type of guys who are builders of the black community, are potential builders of communities, you're going to see those guys get petitioned more by non-black women. Okay? And why is that? I'm gonna keep talking about this until the cows come home. The number one reality is many African American women feel that once they have finished school, once they have achieved a certain level of financial success.
No. Explain why it is. Because women do compete for men with resources. So these men with resources are being chased after by women of other races. It's not because of their blackness, it's because of their resources, right?
Duh.
And the truth is, he's going to explain that all women date for money. And while this in some ways sounds true, it's not. It is not true. It is not true specifically for black women. I actually don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, right? I don't know necessarily if the fact that we can carve out, when we say women date for money, if we can carve the fact that they are black women specifically who will date men who aren't as educated as them because that's that.
Millions of tracks, thousands of movies, one day delivery for half the price.
Right? Who are unemployed or underemployed, right? Who do not have sufficient income to support a family, right? I mean, how are black women going to be hypergamous when the average income in the black community is $45,000, particularly when black women are the least likely to date out of their race, that is. So, no, I'm answering a question he's going to pose later regarding the fact that women all date men for money. So the fact that white women and other women are trying to date black men who have resources is nothing new. It's not. But when you think about within the culture, the black community, black women tend not to do this. And actually, they are chastised for even attempting to do it, right? That the idea of quote unquote gold digging is specifically aimed at black women, right? So let's be clear about this. And I'm answering a question he poses later that I need to do it now. But let's continue because O'Shea Deep Jackson is just
this. It qualifies them to be in the same category of a man, right? Meaning that some guy should come and pursue them. Let me tell you something. Be very, very, very honest with you and brute with you, if no one else will. A man who is very talented and realizes he is very talented and can keep himself together somewhat, and he is a high performer, he's a high earner, that man is going to be competed for, whether you like it or not. That's just a flat out truth. Okay? That man is going to get looked at from white women. He's going to get soft after from Indian women. Okay? And they're a little bit more strict, but those who are going to be more liberal, he's going to have looks from everywhere in American society. you are going to be in competition with those kind of women or those men. There's not going to be any home discount anymore. I'm seeing it all too often. Okay? These guys are going to give the best bidder what they're looking for, or they're going to give the best bidder the opportunity to bid for their services as a husband, as a man. All right? These women are going to put themselves in more of a position to meet these guys. Now let's look at Jeezy. Jeezy was dealing with Keisha Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Other sisters.
Uh-huh.
I don't know who had the problem here, but it didn't work out.
Uh-huh.
Look at where Keisha Cole is right now, and look at him. I'm not trying to cape for Jeannie Mai or think that she's beautiful or anything like that. I think that if Jeannie Mai was younger, in my personal opinion, she wouldn't deal with Jeezy. But as a 40-year-old Asian lady, you still have a more of an opportunity to get with a high-earning black man if you're good looking.
Well, it doesn't take away that her ex-husband called her trash. And then she also said, a black man, I wouldn't marry a black man. He'll be my side order. Doesn't take away that you can be a very mean lady. So he had to train you. You trying to say you was trainable and we're not trainable? He done made his baby mama a single baby mama. You had the same attitude that them black girls had. Deidre just wanted more. Can that be it? He got the colorism stuck in him. A lot of men don't want to accept that, that colorism is real. They don't want to accept that. They don't want to accept, they don't like their own color. They don't want to accept the fact that, and they figure when you get rich, like the mixed babies are a little bit better to take to the parties than, because the majority of the kids are mixed kids now. That's in that state of all that good money. I'm trying to see, besides Jay-Z and Beyonce, I'm trying to see who kept it black on black. You know what I mean? Rich besides Jay-Z and Beyonce in the music world, Denzel Washington and his wife, and Samuel L. Jackson and his wife. And I think that's about it for the high making people. A boss lady anymore?
I can't think of any right now.
Me neither. Then the only high profiles I know that still married, they're black. Oh, would you shut up? That's not even my door. Jeez. And but who was that? I was getting ready to say for my dog did the growl from heck for it. It ain't even for me. I forgot to. Oh, Omar Epps and that girl he married from and that's lower level. Hey, Trinity Roy, K Reese, Omar Epps and the girl from Total. But everybody else, I mean, it's sad that we cannot name more. It's sad that we cannot name more. And everybody who has left, that Caucasian woman, she took them to the cleaners. Straight to the cleaners. And you don't hear you may hear the black man say a lot of stuff. You may hear the black man on the lower level complain about child support. Not too many of the rich guys. You may hear they got child support because they wasn't your woman, but if y'all was most likely together, being that it's less of us taken to the cleaners. So where is that money going? Kanye got what, $1 billion, almost $2 billion, and that chick got Idris Elba. I said over here, but we'll take him. Hey, Truly. Hey, my baby. Hey, Blanche. Hey, my baby. It's always good to see y'all. It's always good to see y'all. And then, even if they marry a black woman, she's close to white, and they do marry a black woman, and that child happens to favor the black side more, They're gonna make sure their kids, because they bringing their kids up where there's less black people. So what do you want us to do?
So good. So good. Please tell the people why. Why is it that you think a 40-something-year-old Asian lady, because the manosphere puts a lot of emphasis on numbers, particularly numbers for Black women. The number is 35, I believe it was, right? And you've hit the wall and you're too old or whatever. But he says an Asian woman who is over 40 has more of a chance to get with a Black man. Please tell us why. Why is it that Black men would want to date a 40-something-year-old Asian woman and not a 40-something-year-old Black woman? Please tell us why. But let's continue, because here's where he gets to the point about every woman date for money and resources. So let's go.
Okay? That's my personal opinion. Keisha Cole's life has been in shambles. All right? What did she do? She got with this little dude that's like 16 years younger than her. All right? Had a baby. All right? Nobody really wants her, in my opinion. And completely going to be single for the rest of her life. She has absolutely no chance of getting any kind of high value man anymore. Done. Same thing with Aaron Rose. Done. Okay? Absolutely done. And the guy's Nigo Khaled. Done. But look at Jeezy. Option still. Can still get Jeannie Mai. She's still making good money. They'll be living good. He's doing very well in Atlanta. He's well into his 40s. If he and Jeannie Mai didn't work out, he will still be able to get somebody else. That's where we're at right now in America, okay? And while so many people are really trying to give women all these opportunities and tell them falsehood, the reality is that guys who are higher performing are going to have the more opportunities. It's just the way it is. We can't take it away. The competition is not for the ladies anymore. That's how it used to be. But Tinder, in many cases, all right, rising rent prices has changed the game. The ball game is not the same. The rabbit got the gun now. And I'm trying to tell sisters that
but where
you
he
need
at?
to really realize that.
What is Rabbit
that
at?
as much
I
as
missed
you're
him.
getting your education, as
Did you
much
find
as
the
you're getting
Rabbit,
your
boss
skill set,
lady?
and you're working on your beauty, you have to also work towards the man that you want to be with. Because
Mhm.
women do flourish better when they have men helping them.
I
That's
thought he was
actually
at
not
work.
true. Health and wellness goes up for men in marriage and goes down for women. I'm not even going to do this with him. There's frightening women into wanting to be with him, and men like him does not make sense. Unless he was opening up the sort of net, if you will, when it comes to men, to include all races of men, nothing he says is of consequence at all within the Black community. It's just not enough. Not enough people making that kind of money. It's not enough people doing what he thinks men are doing to make it so that women need to be competing for these men. I mean, and just the raw numbers of Black women, just that fact keeps coming up on here because it's super important. But let him continue to cape for Jeannie Mae. Y'all already know what I'm gonna play next, but I'm still gonna do it when it comes to Jeannie Mae and why it is that I think there are a segment of people who just don't have self-respect, and they will take anything that comes their way, just to have proximity to something else that's not Black. But no one is going to talk about that in the
Don't forget,
manosphere.
if
No
you
one's
haven't
going to
hit
talk
that
about
like,
the
please hit that like
entrenched
button.
ideas
I
around
appreciate it.
whiteness and closeness to whiteness, even though she is Asian, and what that has done to the Black community. They're not going to do that. Instead, they're going to put the blame and the focus on Black women and what Black women need to do, as opposed to look at their own ideas and how their minds have been shaped by being dominated by white supremacy.
It's the truth. We always talk about protect Black women, and Kevin Samuels made an excellent point.
Of course he
You want
did.
to help the black community as a black woman? Marry a black man. But you got to be willing to put in the work to keep the guy.
Foreign cricket.
Hear this
Hey,
in the
swoop like
so
me.
these men he just pointed out have resources and could become builders in a community, right? But they have options and so they're going to marry out. Now he has a solution to quote unquote help the black community. To help the black community, women need to marry black men. Not black men who have resources should marry black women and keep money in the community. But women who he has just articulated aren't doing well and they need a man and all that stuff, that they, to help the black community, need to stay in the black community and marry black men who are leaving the black community. Like, if these black men are the ones with the resources, which I don't know where he's getting his stats from, but let's go with this world. If these are the black men, right, who have the money and the resources and could be leaders in the community, builders in the community, as you just stated earlier.
And these guys who are open to anything are going to be the kind of guys that, in my opinion, have a lot more opportunity than not. These are going to be your guys who are very white collar workers, the skilled labor force, your attorneys, your doctors, your engineers, okay, your technical guys, your computer engineers, your information systems guys, your guys who are even in good blue collar work. Don't let those guys make a lot of money. The type of guys who are builders of the black community, are potential builders of communities. You're going to see those guys get petitioned more by non-black women. Okay?
Right. If they're the ones with the resources, if we are thinking about helping and building the community, shouldn't they be the ones you talk to about investing in the... No.
Just as much as he got to be putting the work to keep his wife. And what you're seeing from these other groups of women is these women are coming in ready to compete. Okay? That one thing, like, oh, well, she only wants you for your money. Let's just be honest. All women want men for their money and for what they can do for them. Don't.
This is not true. This is literally not true. The fact that people keep saying, oh, black women kick black men out of the home because they wanted welfare indicate that it is not true that black women wanted men for their money. They were with men who did not have money and could not provide. A lot of these men can provide. A lot of men, period, cannot provide, right? So this idea that all women want men for money is not true. There is a hypergamy community on YouTube, and part of the push, the whole reason why it exists for black women is the realization that black women are the willing, right, to date men who have nothing financially to offer them. And a lot of black women invest and take charge financially in their relationship. So no, not all women date men for money. Now go down in the comments and make normative judgment about why they should or should not. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm just saying no. And yes, I decided to stop flashing stats up on the screen. One, less work for me, but two, more work for you guys who want to challenge anything that I say. Please go do your own work, because now I'm annoyed with it. No one is actually doing any research. They're just coming on and making videos and really just saying nothing. Disadvantage to black men who decide to date out if, in fact, law enforcement becomes... Okay. All right.
You dated black guys. Loved black guys. Yeah, I did.
Now listen.
But for me, dark meat on the side, white keeps me mean and lean. That's why I married white man.
You hear that? Dark man on the side. But white keep her mean and lean. But you end up having a baby by Jeezy. He ain't the cutest thing. And then, get out! Then you gotta keep in mind that man still have enemies. Did you see that verse between him and Gucci Mane, boss lady? Did you feel the tempt? Yeah, She done married the side piece and having a man baby.
Yeah, yeah, I did. But for me,
hers and why it is that she would marry a white man and not a black man. All right.
you dated black guys. Loved black guys. Yeah, I did. But for me, dark meat on the side, white keeps me mean and lean. You know, that's why I married white man. That's what I like.
Hold up. What do you mean, dark meat on the
She likes
side?
weight offensive. I am no, I'm not. I'm saying like I really do think black men.
Okay. I am not even going to get in there. There's a ton of content creators that went at her for
Black
that.
put the king in the corner.
I'm just going to say this. When Young Jeezy was asked about it, Jeezy, is it Young Jeezy or just Jeezy? I don't know.
It's
when
both.
Jeezy was asked about it, he wanted us to know, but let me not speak for him. Let's hear what he had to say. Because let me tell you, no self-respecting black person would have dated a Jeannie Mae after that. Like, come on.
I've always wanted to ask you this. So there was a comment that she said on the reel a while ago, and she basically said she likes her, what was it, lean and white meat, but then she liked her dark meat on the side. Did y'all ever talk about those comments that she made back in the day?
I'm gonna tell you how real she is.
Because you the entree now, FYI.
We always the entree. But before we even started, we had that conversation. You know what I'm
Really?
saying? First thing when we really talked, she sat me down. She said, "Listen, it was something that I said, and it might have got taken out of context, and I want you to listen to it in its entirety." And I did. And I think you guys do journalism.
Mhm.
You guys do. Hey, people can take what they want. You know what I'm saying? And I know her people. I know her family.
She's gonna be a single baby mama.
Racism. She comes from the Bay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
She eats
That's that
chitlin.
black culture. Right. She knows some real, like she knows E40 better than me.
His lips were in prison.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just think sometimes like people look for things in people, but at the same
We
time,
didn't
you
look.
gotta know
That's
I'm a
what
good
she
judge of
said.
character, and I'm not gonna do nothing that's gonna jeopardize my integrity. But she's so.
Mm-hmm.
No one took that lady out of context.
Exactly.
She said it on her. This is how bad this is, right? Jeannie Mae was on her talk show talking to her group of friends with her producers who then aired her video. There was no out of context. She said what she said. Like, we're not going to pretend. She came back and she apologized and she said, oh, that's not what I meant and blah, blah, blah.
What do
and
you
part
mean?
of it might have been to boost her man's ego. Who knows? I don't care. But for you to sit there, right, and say, oh, we spoke about it and she's
I ain't mess with you,
solid
King.
and
Dr.
she
Trejos.
didn't mean it like that and people took it out of context. Please contextualize. Please. I wish I was doing that interview because my very next question would be, oh yeah, my bad. We probably misunderstood and took it out of context. Could you contextualize it? Because I'm sure she didn't just say, oh, they took it out of context. I am sure she explained to you the context. The context was she was married to a white man who was well-to-do, reportedly. She did a segment and she said that she liked, she did a segment and she said she liked her dark meat on the side. And the main course was her white man. So again, contextualize for us because we, the John Q public, we're ignorant at this point. But you won't because you can't. And you've made the decision to be with her. And that's fine. But for everyone running around acting like this is a win, it is not. This, at least to me, is an example of someone who is willing to put aside the bad qualities of someone, and that's fine, the mistakes that someone has made, and be with them, right? Having a child with them, right? That's fine. But when we think about why Black men date out, there are a myriad of reasons. One of which is, honestly, because of slavery and the ideas around whiteness and closeness to whiteness. A willingness to take almost any
We don't care about y'all being married, but she has said a lot of stuff that's making her eat every word. Every word this lady said. I ain't having no kids. But there's one thing she said. She reserved the right. Now but hey, I just can't believe that you chose the side piece as a major part of the meal. You became the main. God, I'm ordering me a roti. You had a roti before, boss lady? I have a roti in years. This is our last one. I gotta get ready for tonight.
This channel. Hi, my name is Riva. It's very nice to meet you. Before we get into this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up.
If
And as
you
I always
guys
say,
can't
make
hear,
sure you
you
guys
could
leave your
cut
comments in
y'all
the comment
volume
section
up,
down
but
below.
this
It
is
does
loud
not
as it
matter how
go.
you feel about this video. We all want to talk about it. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow my Instagram. It's at RIVAH_JOR.
Nah, it's a lot of zone, okay? Not blur the god.
RIVAH_JORDON. And we're going to go ahead and just jump right into this video.
We can't not blur the goddamn battle zone, okay? You know what I'm saying? When men become simps, when men become, well, yeah, nah. There's a lot of those out there. Yeah, they walk over you. No, I'm not saying him. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I love all my men here. I can say that, I can say that genuinely. You know what I'm saying? But when men become simps, right? Women take over. I said, women with power are detrimental. Women love to find a man that they can gouge on, okay?
I'm confused though because I need a woman to love herself because we're gonna have the problems that she
gotta
don't.
love
I don't
you,
need her
bro.
to love me.
Let this man speak. She gotta love.
The question is, I get you. Do I want my woman to love me more than you love her? No, I need her to love herself. No, I know what you're saying.
So what does loving herself got to do with
Because I don't want her to love me more than I love her. I want her to love herself. I'm going to love myself, and we're going to be together. That's it. I'm a leader. So I don't tolerate the bullshit.
Now they're gonna twist his words all the way around. You can never say nothing right. I'm like, listen, I said what I said. That's it. Now take all that other shit. Don't tell me I told you what I said. I said what I said. People should just end it right there. But these damn haters, and I like the other good man to sleep in the back. But I like what he said. I want to love herself. I love myself. Then we love each other. That was simple.
And we're going to be together. That's it. I'm a leader. So you tolerate the bullshit. I'm going to love her.
So what
absolutely.
If you love her more than she loves you?
If I love her more than she loves me, then she might leave me.
Exactly. So
I'm
you want that?
all right with that because that means she don't love herself.
Now, what she loves you more than you love her?
I don't care. I'm going to love myself. I don't care.
All right. So listen.
Listen. What I'm saying is, if I love her a lot, and I tell her one day I love you first, and she does never say it, she's not obligated to say it to me.
I get that.
She could show it or she cannot. If I feel like she's not showing it, then I'll move forward and I'll leave her by and I'll keep it moving. If she loves me more than if I never say I love you to her, she tells me, and let's see where it goes. And let's see if I wind up loving her the way she loves me.
All right, Dave, look.
I'm not going to take advantage of the situation because she loves me first.
That sounds cool. Let me break this down for you, right?
Go ahead.
I'm going to tell you what you
Tell me, Spooner.
I'm going to tell you what you just told me, right? You just told me that if you love her more than she loves you, then she may leave you. That's what you said.
Right, but yes, I did say that. Yes, I did say that. Yes.
But if you love her more than she loves, but if she loves you more than you love her, you're not going to leave her.
Correct.
I'm
a great man. Yes, I'm a great man. What about it?
That makes her shitty woman. Do you think that it'll be fair or, I guess, beneficial for your relationship if she loves you more than you love her versus the opposite way around?
If it's beneficial, say that again.
Like, beneficial for your relationship in the longevity aspect, right?
Okay. The question is, how do you know? The airing annoys me too. How do you know the two bedazzled men on the end ain't it? You ain't never lie. And that one, not neither. He looking more girly as we talk. But my thing is, how do you know who loves who more? Is that contained of who does more? And that this question makes absolutely no sense. What sense is this question? Should a woman love a man more in a relationship? How would who know? Like, how do you tell someone, I love you more, right? Then you got that man go, I love you more. I love you more. I love you to eternity. I love you to infinity. I love you to end to the end, to the sun and the moon. I mean, we can go back and forth for a day, but that will be usually the conversation after that. Somebody can say, I love you more. You're like, yeah, you're right. You do love me more. That doesn't, it just does that make sense to you, boss lady? Boss lady. Yeah, but like I'm saying, that just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. You don't know who loves who more. Maybe you love each other the same. Maybe you guys just love, just plain old love. No adding, no subtraction, no more, no less. We love each other. We are in love. It's the behavior, like basically they want women to go above and beyond while they do the minimum. Yes, Blanche. They think love is about how much disrespect a person allows. I agree. The two bedazzled men on the end.
Is it that for you, for her to love you more than you love her, is that more beneficial for your relationship versus you loving her more than she loves you? That's the real question.
As a woman, I personally feel for myself, like for my own self, I can only speak for myself. But as a woman, I have to love the man more. I have
Huh?
to love him more. It doesn't mean that he doesn't love me the same, or it doesn't mean that he doesn't love me equally. But I would like to, I have to feel like I love you so much, because I know a lot of women. I know a good amount of women who, um, if their man loves them more, it's easy for them to mistreat them, disrespect them.
Oh, lady. So if a man treat a woman, if a man love a woman more, that means she's gonna do him dirty. First of all, you don't know who the heck should they want to do whatever while she's chasing behind. Exactly. First of all, you can't measure love. You cannot measure love. It makes absolutely no sense at all. But and then her making it even worse. Like I said, these people are not realists. They're stuck in their mind, but they're not realists, not at all. And then you can't teach somebody how to love a man more. You could teach a woman how to do more for that man. You could teach a woman how to do more than what you're getting back. So you do the 100, you do the 99%, and you sit back and receive this 1%. Because there's no way to measure truly how much somebody loves you unless you're saying, I have to see with my own eyes how much you love me. And you cannot see. You got strangers that just, hey, how you doing? Want some coffee? They do a lot for you too. Does that mean they love you? No. I can't take a how can you accurately love anyone if you're not. When the other guy said that, they try to blow him up. The guy right there in the yellow and black shirt, please.
Um, you know, just kind of like treat them like whatever, and just continue to move forward. Whereas if a woman really loves a man, she will do her best to like stay on point, be respectful, be cooperative, like follow his lead. It's a lot easier for a woman to do that. And it depends on the dynamics of the relationship. It depends on the reason why you're together. You know, if it's not really about love and attraction, it's more about like finances or whatever the case may be, because we know that there's so many different reasons why people get into a relationship, then I think that's a different kind of conversation. But if you want a woman that's going to kind of like love you, respect you, esteem being a very strong word, because that's a big part of a relationship. Um, she would have to love you more, in my opinion.
I don't have a good answer for that.
You answered it already.
Just say yes.
I just say yes. You answered it already. Because in one aspect, you're telling me she's gonna leave you, and the other aspect, you're telling me you're not gonna leave her.
So she needs to love. So she needs to love you way more than you love her in your mind.
She needs to love me way more than
in order for y'all to stay together, because you said she loves you.
Yeah, I guess.
She said if it's
listen, I guess so, but I'm not. Those are things I'm not worried about. You know, it's not my focus. I deal with the day-to-day basis, how we treat each other, the respect we have on that day. That will lead to another great day. And if I find out in time that I'm not getting that reciprocated, then I'll walk away. I'm not looking to the future. I'm concerned about now.
Exactly.
How are we treating each other now? Are you showing me that respect, that you trustworthy, you're honest? That's what, and then I'm watching you, how you treat yourself. That would.
So, but in those things as well, she would have to be loving you more. You know, to be so.
No.
Committed and dedicated.
You can't put a value on love.
If you look at modern women now, like, there is no commitment, there is no dedication, there is no honesty.
We ain't talking about that.
Loyalty. So the best bet, the best bet is to try to be with somebody who's genuinely in love with you, and really in love with you, like overly, so that the relationship can be successful. But on the other token, when a woman is so in love with a man, maybe more in love with the man than the man is with her, it's easy for that woman to try to gain possession of that man.
What do you mean? Because the man love her more, she's going to get possession.
Get jealous and get.
This make no sense.
Things. So that's another thing to consider too.
How you treat yourself. I'm not worried about if she loves me more. It's not an obligation. Love is something that if you don't love yourself, you're never going to show me that you love me if you don't love yourself.
Nah, I don't think that's true, because some people don't know how to love themselves, but they can love everybody else.
That's fake love.
But
that's fake love.
Going off on
that's fake love.
I'm gonna tell y'all. That's fake love. Off on a tangent. I'm gonna tell y'all where all this is wrong from the beginning, right? When we talking about women. And I told Rico this all the time. When you first thing about the woman, when you're getting in the relationship, no, she's capping. That's the number one thing. So while y'all basing your whole life story and decision making upon whatever you make it, any type of decision about, understand when she opens her mouth, 90% of the time she's fucking capping. So when you realize that, then you know she got to love you way more than you love her. She got to, because once you realize she's fucking capping all the time, you're gonna be like, I need to go somewhere. So
but you got a wedding ring on your hand.
And most men cheat on their girl before they become their wife. It's standard business. It's nothing crazy. Okay?
Wow.
You cheat on her because you need to know if she really fucking loves you or not.
What?
Period. And once you cheat on her, right, and she doesn't leave you, and she still starts to tell you the truth, and she still say, you can run the money, and she still wants to go out, and she wants to suck your dick, you got a winner.
Yo, can I pick it back on that real quick?
I heard what he said.
I got a saying that I learned from an OG long time ago, right? Women know exactly who they dealing with when they come to you, right? Does that make sense to you fellas?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Women know what games they can run when they come to a certain man.
True.
So they know they can run, I need the $300 for my rent. I need the $70 for my nails. I need the $150 for my phone bill. And when they come to easy, they're like, baby, what's up? Call me when you're ready. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They know. So when you, with that question there, should a woman love you more than you love her? Of course, it gotta go like that. Because most men, Rico was talking facts. SO was talking facts. But yeah, most men will cheat on their woman before the woman cheat on them.
Wow.
But at the end of the day, she got to know that she's with a winner. And she's going to know that, and you're going to know that by the type of game she runs. If you're always hearing, I need the $70, I need the $350, I need the $150, yeah, bro. You number 2, 3, 4, 5 on the list. If she's coming to you like, pick me up when you're ready, She got you as number one.
What?
Okay? And that's the one that's
Whoa.
loving you more than you love her.
I'm hearing
And at the end
things.
of the day,
Pick me up when
get the
you
ring.
ready. Shit.
It's so funny because
Girl, you can't agree with no pick me up when the fuck you ready. I don't. There's no way you can agree with that. Absolutely not. But I know you're gonna find a way. Pick me up when you ready. That's when you know you got the one. Shit. All these ex pimps talking. These gotta be some ex pimps. Especially the other one. True winners don't cheat. Then he's gonna say, "Oh, you gotta cheat on her before you get married. If she don't go, you found the right." What? These ex pimps or something. They not in reality. This is crazy. She it gets you disqualified. Shit. It gets you that crazy black woman that you was talking about last week. I'm gonna be her right now.
Loving you more than you love her. And at the end of the day, might potentially get the ring.
it's so funny because might potentially get the ring is the key word that he just said. Might potentially get the ring because of the love and admiration and esteem once again and the respect. But it's so funny because I knew somebody and her mother said to marry a man that loves you more than you love him because as a woman you will grow to love him. And that was just like the worst piece of advice that somebody could ever give because at the end of the day, it doesn't mean that you don't want somebody that's going to love you, right? But I guess it depends on what kind of woman it is. But women are so easy to take a man for a fool and to play games with him. And like, if you allow yourself to be a doormat for a woman, she will jump, skip, and hop all over you. So I like the way that he just said that because it's true. Women do know. We know. If we walk up to you, we know who you are. By the things that you're saying, by your energy, your
No,
vibe.
he's a
Like, a
representative
woman
too.
will know what kind of person you are. She will know what kind of category to put you into based off of your approach, based off of like your first initial conversations. And she'll know if it's somebody that she can't get over on or somebody that has a lot of respect for themselves and how to move accordingly. So that's very true.
Women know exactly what games they're gonna run with who they're gonna run it with. And that's fact though.
That's because they could run those games on the men who love her more than she loves them.
Fact though.
She'll run that game. Listen,
Fact
and that's not just it's not just a woman. It's anybody. Anybody will take advantage when they can.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So once anybody is already submitting, you're going to already take. It's just natural to take more because you can get more from it.
I don't know. I would say, and you heard me say this many times before, I give to give. You don't take you. The person who's taken advantage of is the one that don't know what the fuck he's doing. I know what I'm doing. So no woman's taking advantage of me. That's that bullshit that people want to escape. You're not taking advantage of me. I know what I'm doing. I'm in the knowing. I know exactly what I need to do, where I need to be. I do for myself perfectly fine. So no woman's taking advantage of me. So I'm loving you because I'm loving myself. It's very simple. If you do not love me in return, then I'll move forward to somebody else. You know, nobody here is obligated. This is the shit that motherfuckers want to do. They want to hold on to shit. I don't want to play that game. Who's going to stop the pattern? I'm a pattern fucking breaker. I'm stopping the pattern. I'm not playing that game. I don't have to fuck somebody else in order for you to cry, suffer, to show me that you love me. That's called immaturity. I'm not doing that fucking game. That's what that's called.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. That's very immature thinking. If you're thinking like, oh, let me cheat on her, give her, mentally and emotionally break her just to make sure that she loves me, that's definitely playing mind games, and that's definitely super immature. And I think that men who already know what they are think like that. They think like him. Where it's like they just step up and they're like, yeah, okay, I'm giving you an opportunity, but together, if you mess it up, that's on you because I know that I'm the prize. So I think that's a very good point, and people are making all these faces, but I think that's a strong point. Maybe it's because he's a more older man than them. I'm not sure how everybody's age is. I'm just going off of like the salt and pepper in his hair, but that's a nobody has to go over and beyond to hurt you to see if you love them. I think that's true.
But wait, hold on, Rico.
But the Kappas are playing that game. Go ahead.
Well, they are Kappas. That's just not.
But listen, also, I want to, before we change, Walter, you gotta remember.
Listen, hug this. Hug this.
At least with both been shot, because he shot me and you kissed in the wrong.
I've got a quick question for you. Does your protein supplement tighten your skin elasticity, making you look and feel younger? Does it help reverse wrinkles and other annoying signs of aging? Does it help you recover faster from your workouts and get rid of your achy joint issues? Does your protein supplement contain 5 different fiber types, all going toward aiding your body to support the gut lining, joints and ligaments, hair, skin, and nails?
Hello?
I want to say one thing, right? Our young brother is kissed in the Kill me now.
I'm not mad at you, bro. I'm not mad at you.
Too.
That's not why I'm not mad at you.
He's not mad.
Leave me alone.
But listen, though, right?
Who knows if he's really capping
Right,
that?
okay.
No, it's a
Stop
difference.
it. Stop it.
Okay, I mean, so listen.
Read my gram.
I'm trusting what you're saying.
Solo no cap zone here. Anybody you want to verify my shit, you want to look it up, check it out.
That's
my real
right.
name is Randy Parker. Check your credentials. You ain't even got to worry about this one. Go get
That's
the
right.
real one too. All right.
But
Fuck that.
just to piggyback on what you said real quick, right? You said, who cares, right? I said, man, we gotta care because we are financing these women's lifestyles, bro.
Especially you.
You know what I'm saying?
What are you talking about? I know women that are financing. I know women that are financing their life.
No. We men are. Women are not doing
There's
this.
women financing their life.
Nah, bro.
I've been in relationship with women that finance themselves.
Women do not finance their lifestyles, bro. Women do not.
He's talking about in the most part. Not
all right? We're talking about they pay their car insurance, they pay their phone bill, so you can call them all, right? But the minute they need something, who do you think they're gonna call? A male. And that's what I'm talking about, fellas. Right? We need to keep in mind that we can't not let go of this, I want to be nice and no, fuck that. You're financing this woman to one day to be like, I'm not gonna mess with you no more. But that same $150, $200, $300 is gonna last for a whole month. And she's gonna find a new Dave or a new Jerry or a new Chris.
You're not gonna change the herd.
They shouldn't say Rico.
But you're not gonna change the herd and Sim's mind who can't get this on their own. So you're fucking barking up the wrong tree because they don't have. It's like me. Like real talk. Just 1 second. People will say to me, "Well, what did you do when you was getting these women and you was doing all that?" I said nothing. I rarely talked to them. I didn't. I wasn't amazed by them. To be honest, I totally fucking ignored them, and that's what worked for me. You see what I'm saying? But if I walk around and tell somebody that, I've told people that, and they be like, "Yo, that works for you. That don't work for me." And I'll turn around and say, "Did you try it?" Nah, I didn't try it. So while you giving them the gospel, these same herds is making the world keep going around because when they talk to you, they say, "Oh, he not with the game. Oh, you not with the game."
Exactly.
He with the game. They with the game. I'm rolling with Dave.
Oh, I got a stack.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not even talking about that. I'm not even saying Dave is a guy. I'm using it as an example. I'm not talking about Dave. If Dave wants to do whatever he wants to do,
I think the thing that works for him is his surety. Women like a man that's sure, not a man who's kind of like halfway there, don't know if he's there, don't know what's really what. Like a man that can hold his own and be strong, that's what a woman is attracted to. So I don't necessarily think it's the ignoring and the not paying attention. I think it's just more of the fact that he's so sure of himself and so has so much, again, respect for his own self that as a woman, you're like, like it's intriguing. It's intriguing when you have someone that keeps you on your toes. But I want to know what you guys think about this comment, this video. Make sure you guys leave your comment in the comment section down below. Again, if you're not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I do post a video every single day. If you hit the notification bell, it will notify you as soon as I post. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. And again, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow my Instagram. It's at RIVAH_JORDON. I thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Mwah.
Selling, coaching, and consulting online without using
finished for today on our little. Y'all can still leave your answer, even though y'all been answering already. Y'all been doing your answer. You know, all that love who more than who, you'll never know. I don't care what a person do for you. You never know. So we got two immature users there who know they not taking care of none of these women. They know they just get what they can get, making these women think that they're gonna do something. But that's all you see these days anyway. Anyway, we finished with this. Leave your comments at the bottom. Don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe. And let me know what other subjects you want to speak upon in the comments. You got something to say, Boss Lady, before we tune out? All right, so we are out of here. And I see you guys on the other side about 6 o'clock. Peace out. Peace out, Boss Lady. I see you about 6. Okay, guys.